Ooh. Insert angelic chorus sound effect and dramatic lens flare here. No, seriously, do that in your own head because I don't have either the budget or the wherewithal or the editing skills to do so on my own. So, just imagine it. It's beautiful, isn't it? Hey there, folks. I am the Mighty Plantain. Thanks for checking out this video. I got to tell you, I had another moment of serendipity tonight. Just did some earlier beer reviews. By the way, it is Saturday, January 15th of 2022. I got out of the habit of doing the date at the beginning of the videos. I'm going to try and get back into that. But I did some beers earlier, and I was trying to decide, because I've got 3 beers in my fridge left over from stuff I picked up a few weeks back at the local beer store. And I'm like, but I still have a ton of stuff in Bill's beer fridge waiting to be looked at. What should I do next? So I was, finishing up a beer and scrolling through Facebook while sitting on the crapper. And I came across a post from somebody else who used to work with Bill, who's like, KDS, by the way, thanks for your words tonight. That was kind of cool. I guess there's a really interesting football game going on based on what I'm seeing from Facebook posts, but she's like, yeah, Bill would have loved this, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, you know what? There's my fucking sign. We're going to crack into Bill's beer fridge. So here we go. What we're doing tonight is Bell's Two-Hearted Ale. Now, this is an American IPA from Bell's Brewing. A perfectly balanced American IPA brewed with 100% Centennial hops and bursting with aromas ranging from pine to grapefruit. Oh, look at that. Pine and citrus. The 2 things I'm most likely to pick up on based on my, my predilections. So, I have had this before, apparently, while I was at an ESOP conference. You guys have talked. If you've tuned into videos I've done before, you've heard me talk about employee stock ownership programs and what a great benefit they are. But the only time I've ever been in Pennsylvania was for a conference related to that, and apparently when one of the restaurants we went to was serving Bell's, and I got that there. I believe it was the Brazilian place. I believe Brazilian Steakhouse. Oh my God. Dudes walk around with skewers full of different cuts of meat, and they just, as long as you're open to getting meat, they will cut you off a slice of whatever they got, top round, bottom round, sirloin. Anyway, Brazilian steakhouses are fucking awesome. I'm not going to digress too far from here. So anyway, I have had this before, but Bell's beers are not widely available in my area. They are more common at Stompers in Holden, I believe, which is a place that Bill frequented more often than I did. As a matter of fact, after he passed, I was like, has anybody told the guys who own Stompers yet? Why? Why would they care? I'm like, because they're going to have to fucking lay somebody off. He was there all the time with his wife, and he found some really good beers there. It inspired me to start visiting the place every time I got a chance, which is not as often as I'd like. But anyway, let's get to the actual beer. Yes, Missy, I know you started watching these, and that's a trip down memory lane for you as well. And you're right, it is. These videos are a bit therapeutic. I mean, plus it's like this weird ongoing celebration thing, and I think it's cool, and I guess people closer to Bill think it's pretty cool too. So I'll take that. Poured that a little bit too aggressively, but I think without going overboard. Oh, we got the whole can in there. Awesome. So Bell's Two-Hearted Ale. Now, there's a picture of a fish. I don't know if there's any significance there, but fish have 2 chambered hearts rather than double hearts, but that's... Wait, fish? have 2 chambers, right? Or is it? I mean, fish have 2 chambers, reptiles and amphibians have 3. Anyway, I don't know what the whole 2-hearted ale thing is about, but fish only have 1 heart. I didn't think it was that hazy when I first poured it out, but I guess it is a fairly hazy yet clear around the edges beer, and that is a lovely, lovely golden color. And that's almost an iridescent gold. It seems to shine with a light of its own, but quite effervescent. There's a lot of bubbles coming up from that nucleation point at the bottom there at the glass. And it obviously didn't have too much trouble putting a good head on that, and it's maintaining the head pretty well. Nice overall hoppy aroma, and I'm getting a hint of citrus in the aroma. That's the second time tonight I have shoved my nose right into the head of a beer. Like I said before, big nose, pretty easy to do that. Yeah, mostly getting citrus. I'm going to move my hand down a little bit because I think I'm getting a hint of a floral aroma, but it might just be my hand soap. No, it's still there. That's weird. Yeah, mostly getting citrus, but just a slight hint of floral. And yes, this glass has been rinsed pretty clean, so it's not the dish soap. I'm pretty sure it's not my hand soap. So got a nice medium light mouthfeel. Crisp finish. I can tell you what, I mean, there's only a handful of IPAs in this fridge. Like I said before, it's mostly sours, but the IPAs that I haven't had on a regular basis in there, every time I have one, I know why it's there, and I know why this one's there. Up front, you're mostly actually getting the malt backbone of this beer up front. And again, medium light mouthfeel, which is making it go down pretty smooth and easy. It is smooth. It's almost got like this oiliness to it, and not in a negative way, but like it's smooth yet viscous, oily, which makes it easy to drink. Obviously, the 16-ounce can is going to disappear as fast as the last 12-ounce beer I had. But again, smooth, easy with a crisp finish, and like this just general malty flavor with a nice strong backbone there. And then as soon as you swallow, it kicks back with this burst of hoppy bitterness. And the more airflow I'm getting over my palate after swallowing, the more those hop notes come through. And I am, getting an overall hoppy bitterness with no specific notes, but it fades. And then there are pine notes, heavy pine notes, which get accentuated every time I belch. So the pine notes are coming back up with the gas. But that pine then fades to a bit of a lingering citrus. And there is a slight, very, very slight hint of floral in there as well. So it's not just in the aroma of the beer. There is some floral in the finish of the hop profile. Yeah, up front, pine, citrus, hint of floral. It's a smooth, easy drinking, just plain old good beer. And a solid, I assume reliable IPA. I only say I assume it's reliable because, you know, this is like my second time having it. First time that I actually remember. After the conference was over, I may have overindulged at a couple of places in Pennsylvania. But I was still up in the morning and attending the next conference session, and I learned shit, god damn it. Yeah. Really solid, well put together IPA. I'm going to hit this with a 4 out of 5. It's pretty damn good. I got nothing bad to say about it. It's not quite hitting me with like that wow or ooh reaction that's blowing me out of the water, but the fact that I got nothing bad to say about it puts it at that 4 out of 5, which is pretty damn good. Anyway, I'm going to finish this up. There's 3 more in there. I'm thinking about just killing the camera and tucking into the bells too hard for the rest of the night. But I could also finish off the other 3 beers, and I think that I might do that. I think I'm going to film as many of those next 3 that I can, so that when I do get into the bells, there's no like time constraints or like, you know, whatever involved. It's just kicking back and an easy drinking night. Just for the record, folks, sometimes doing these videos feels like a second job. It's a second job that I really enjoy, but I'm also not getting paid for. So, on that note, don't forget to hit me up with a like and a share. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. We're closing in on 1,000 subscribers, at which point YouTube will let me put ads on here and maybe I'll get a few pennies every week. But yeah, like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to click on that little bell icon up at the corner after you subscribe so that you get a notification every time I post a new video. Till next time, folks, thanks for tuning in. There's plenty more to come from Bill's Beer Fridge. Cheers.